Today I'm going to provide a little introduction to the study of political thought in novel form. Novels are, among other things, forms of political thought. But that statement requires that we define what political thought is. Political thought, in its classical definition, reflects on how human beings thrive in society, or what kind of society human beings can find happiness in. This means that political thinking begins with the question of human happiness. It asks, what makes human beings happy? Or what causes human beings to thrive? There are no doubt a decent variety of answers to these questions, and we do well to think about what that variety means for our lives. Some people think that variety means that there is no answer to the question of what human thriving is, that there are merely a variety of subjective preferences to the question. That is lazy thinking, in my view. The fact that there are a variety of answers to the question of what makes a human being happy is the prerequisite for reasoning about that question. Without variety, there is no wonder. Without variety, there is no search for the right answers, because there is no need to search. This does not mean that we ignore the variety. It means that we try to find reasonable answers among that variety. We seek to see if those answers are consistent with one another. We seek whether they are consistent with themselves. And we can see which answers are most consistent with what is distinctively human about us. Now, as we are interested in the question of human happiness or human thriving, we are also interested in the kind of political community that best supports or fosters that happiness. To be a good human being and a good citizen are different things, as Aristotle wrote long ago. Or rather, they are different in all but the best regime, and the best regime exists only in speech or under conditions for which we could pray. Political communities want to cultivate certain kinds of citizens. A good citizen in the U.S. might not be a good citizen in Saudi Arabia, though a good human being, is like fire, the same in both places. Each country does things, each country educates its citizens toward a particular way of life. And the question for political philosophy is whether that way of life is consistent, more or less, with the thriving of human beings. This question of the human being and citizen is the question that all of the great literature explores. Are human beings in this particular place at that particular time supported in their quest for happiness? Can people thrive in that particular time and place? That is why the setting of novels is so very important. I mean by setting here, setting in the broadest sense. Setting in the broadest sense includes the physical environment, the time and place of the novel, but also, and as importantly, the moral environment, the reigning customs, opinions, mores, fashions, or manners in a particular time and place. There is physical furniture and mental furniture. There is a physical setting and a moral setting. Into these settings come particular characters, partly the product of those settings, and partly free to chafe against those settings. There is the importance of characters in particular novels. Characters reveal how particular kinds of human beings react to particular settings. Novels explore the question of human being and citizen. Some will thrive, some will feel less at home or less alienated. Some are empty, some are deep, some flee or die, some give birth or marry. Some seek to balance and to make the best of a particular situation. Some desire to blow up the whole society and be made new. So, to simplify for the sake of clarity for now, we study literature as an expression of political philosophy because the interaction between character and setting represents the interaction between human being and political community, between truly human desires and social needs and social manners. As I say, this is a simplification. Some of the characters constitute the moral environment of the novel. Some represent the reigning ideas and manners, and those characters are as much part of the setting as anything. Usually they are not the protagonists or heroes in novels, but they can be protagonists. Consider Huck Finn for a moment, a rather famous novel. Huck rebels against the small Mississippi River town and goes out on a raft. He doesn't fit in. Neither does Huck's lawless father fit in. He leaves the city so he can beat Huck to a pulp. Aunt Polly represents the established order. She makes Huck wear shoes. But what about Aunt Polly's civilization makes Huck discontent? How is Huck's discontent different from his father's? Why does Huck befriend and save Jim when no one else in the civilized town would? These questions get us near the heart of Huck Finn's meaning. These questions are at the heart of political philosophy as well. When an author kills off a particular character, think Anna Karenina or Emma Bovary or Julian Sorel or Antigone or countless other deceased heroes in novels, the author is saying something about how that particular character is not up with the time or with the setting. All of this means that this approach will be a bit old-fashioned, in that understanding the setting and the characters is integral to understanding the novel's meaning. I believe novelists intend to convey a meaning. They intend to convey a message, and that their message is fundamentally political in the broadest sense. They are concerned about human thriving in society. Now, in this class, we are looking at the author's views on whether America is a fit place for human thriving. And in order to raise and answer that question, the authors have to show what America, the setting, is, or what America means. This may not mean all America. There are regional differences in the country that emphasize one over the other part of the American character. Yet America is, for the most part, the setting in these novels. And America means something. That means America means something, or that America means something, means that there are things that it doesn't mean. Many of our protagonists are more concerned about what America doesn't mean, about what America ideas leave out. This is all well and good, because seeing what America isn't is a window to what America is or could be. That is what we will explore. I might even ask you to anticipate what America isn't for each of these novels. For Tom Wolfe's Man in Full, America is not stoic, and hence the opportunity for genuine stoic manliness is not part of the American way of life. For Hemingway, America is but another modern example of the divided culture that undermines genuine human attachment. All culture is alienating for Hemingway, who seems to prefer unmediated confrontation with nature. For Willa Cather, who's one of ours we will read, America is bourgeois, and it leaves out those with heroic great ambitions, having to do with the improvement of the soul. For Marilyn Robinson, America is fingerbone, a place where the stability of home is undermined. America is the unstable, leading to transience and presumably anonymous death. For Hawthorne, America is a democratic social creed, that undermines the conditions for human greatness. This is all very general, of course. The importance of this for our class is as follows. Literature is political philosophy in artistic form. Novelists are thinkers and artists, and under the best of circumstances, think Willa Cather. There is not a wasted word in the novel. There are joys to read in these books because they are joys to think about. Novels are also political acts. They try to shape how people think and feel. That is, however, a topic for another day.